Today on the Switch, PS4 and Xbox One by developer Orenji Games and one of my favorite indie publishers, Jandu Soft. Max and the Book of Chaos is one extremely challenging arcade-style action game with the friendliest Necronomicon I've ever seen. Thanks to the publishers for the review code. In an old castle turned summer school, a legendary book of dark power has been hidden away. Not hidden away well enough apparently, as some nefarious character got his hands on it and now it's all out chaos. The school is overrun by some of the weirdest looking creatures I've seen in a long time. A part of this invasion includes possession. Several of the school's staff members have been turned into something else, and it's up to you, Max, to get to the bottom of this mess and get things back to normal. The audio is spot on. Nothing seems out of place or left field. The music and sound effects perfectly complements the visuals. The only thing I would have preferred are vocals instead of text. In games which sport similar visuals and overall presentations, such as Max and the Curse of Brotherhood and Rad Rogers, both benefited and went up an extra notch with the addition of vocals. It adds to the personality of a title, especially one as vibrant and full of charm as this one. Max and the Book of Chaos sport some really nice cartoon visuals. Visuals which at first sight brought Indie Calypso to mind, another Jandu Soft creation. The visuals and gameplay style also brings Cuphead to mind. As a matter of fact, if you love or even like Cuphead, you'll be right at home here. I love the art style. All the stages look amazing, and so do the character animations. Each stage is created beautifully and with incredible levels of diversity. When I first started playing, when I got through the first couple of levels in the first stage, I figured, okay, I think I got the basic idea. But by the time I got through half of the levels in stage 1, the game started switching things up with enemy variety. Then by the time I got to the later stages, I realized every stage is completely different than the other. And this brings me to overall gameplay. Max and the Book of Chaos is a fast-paced action-style shoot-'em-up. You play on single-screen levels and your objectives are to rescue the trapped children while fending off never-ending waves of creatures, while holding out till the clock stops. If this sounds hectic, then let me be the first to say, it is. It certainly is. If you're not up to Cuphead levels of difficulty, steer clear. This game was created to piss you off. Fact. Just look at this book after each death. Yeah, and the game even counts your deaths. You're given the options of easy or original difficulty. But best believe, easy is not easy, so you may as well just crank it up to the original and get your money's worth. My advice to new players is, first, know what you're buying before you buy this. If insane difficulty is not your thing, if you're looking for a casual, stress-free kind of experience, look elsewhere. Then my second piece of advice, if you already pressed the button, is don't give up. Once you get a hang of the controls, once you've analyzed the enemy's patterns, once you've pushed through far enough to get cash for the shop, you'll realize this game is indeed possible. When you just start this up, you'll be having thoughts like, why am I not invulnerable during dashes? Why can't my power-ups last longer? Why can't my gun do more damage? All these questions are answered in the store. The upgrades, while not making you overpowered, do help a lot. You use coins to purchase weapons and skins, and stars to unlock stages, but also to upgrade your character as well. So if you're patient and diligent, you will not have a problem playing over a stage to get more coins and stars you may have missed out on, to deal more damage on a stage or boss that you may be stuck on. But remember, all these upgrades do not mean you're indestructible. You'll still have to put the work in, work which requires a decent level of skill. You're able to bunch upgrades together like combos at a fast food restaurant. You can't use all of what you've purchased at the same time, so choose wisely. At the end of each level, you'll face off with one of the very creative bosses. They're all difficult in their own right, but it's also not necessarily a hardest scenario either. This guy may put up a decent fight, but then this guy may very well be a walk in the park kind of thing. Max and the Book of Chaos isn't my preferred genre, but quality is quality, and so far, that's what Jandusoft is known for in my books, be it through the games they publish or the games they develop. Similar to Indie Clips, this isn't a game I expected to like, but this is also your quintessential one more go game. You play it, it kicks your ass, but you just keep coming back for more. Here's the thing, that's the appeal. The game is challenging, but not unreasonable. Every single stage, every enemy type, every boss, all difficult, but they also all have a pattern. They all have weaknesses. And if this game pulls you in as it did me, I'm certain you'll keep at it till the end. With all these praises, however, there are a few things that did not sit well with me. First, the controls. For a game as frenetic as this one, tighter controls are required. The controls are tight, just not as precise as I need them to be 100% of the time. First, it seems like it's possible to shoot diagonally, as I've seen it happen a few times. But unless there's a specific way to accomplish this, then it's faulty. And if there is indeed a specific way to do this, my question would then be, why? Such a mechanic is basic and should be effortless to execute. And there's this one thing that upsets me to no end every single time it happens. Max does this randomly. He just turns around in a twitch motion for no reason. You think you're facing one direction, but then in the blink of an eye, he quick turns. I have no idea why that happens, but I died way too many times because of this. And the last thing would be the grammatical errors. I saw a bunch of them. Most will not even give that a second thought, but I guess I have a little bit of that grammar police thing ingrained. But that's it. Those are the only flaws I could come up with. Everything else depends on you. Max and the Book of Chaos is a game that works with you if you work with it. It's hard, but not unfair. It's challenging, but not impossible. Players of all generations can get something out of this, but old school players like myself, who's accustomed to the sadistic difficulty levels from games of the past, all have that hardcore ability to tackle games like this. Players from a period in gaming where after you receive damage you can't simply duck for cover, take a couple deep breaths, and you're good again. Nah, I'm accustomed to this level of grinding. Max and the Book of Chaos is out today, and I definitely recommend it. This looks like another indie hit. AAA games are all well and good, but many times, if you'd like a truly unique experience, one off the beaten path, then the indie scene is where you want to be. Show your support for independent game developers. Most if not all indie games are priced relatively low. Some are even free with the option to donate, so there's really no reason to pass. Thank you for watching. If you like my content, feel free to like, share, comment, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. If I pissed you off for some reason, then we all know where to find the various hate buttons, don't we? Either way, I won't hold it against you. Our game is never over.